Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So today we're going to be doing a reading about what is coming in for the new year for you, the year 2023. This is the year of new beginnings, moving forward into your life with a lot of determination, courage, and seeking that spiritual legacy that you are born with. This is the year for doing all of those things. So we are going to do a pick a card reading to see what's coming up for you specifically. There will be 3 piles that you can choose from. The piles are shown on your screen. You can see from pile 1, 2 or 3, whichever pile resonates with you, you can go with it. You can go with the timestamp and watch your reading for the same. Alright, my loves, so take your time, see what is pulling you towards it, and then let's go into your reading, shall we? Alright, so for my pile 1, for those of you who chose the first pile, alright, let's dive into your reading and see what's coming up. So the first card we can see on the screen is Yin and Yang in reverse, right, which tells us that in your past, which is 2022, it had been quite an imbalanced year in terms of you not being able to find the right balance between how much to give to other people versus how much to hold back for yourself. There was a lot of scattered energy, a lot of you feeling like you were drained, like you were depleted, like you were struggling in some way to find that proper balance in your life in terms of your family life and your career life and things like that, So there was not an energy where it was easily, healing was easily accessible to you. It was very difficult. It was a trying period where you were experimenting how to get out of a particular situation that was either messy or it was quite addictive. It could be certain toxic habits that you were addicted to that you are finally going to release in 2023. 2022 was a year of complete imbalance where you, like I said, there was not a proper balance in your energy field. But I do see that in 2023 you are gaining a lot of stability in terms of you being able to transform yourself. Like whoever you were in 2022, pile 1, you are completely transforming into a different person in 2023. It's like you are regaining your power back. You are stepping into your own personal authority. I'm also getting like you have fewer words to say, like you don't have much to say when people ask you certain stupid questions or questions that are completely impractical. Like you are stepping into a complete goal-oriented mindset in 2023. I do see you focused on your goals, on how it is that you can improve yourself, transform yourself into the best version. Whatever path it is that you're going to take in this year is going to be extremely fruitful in terms of the benefits that you receive from that path, because you are following your intuition, and through your intuition you're manifesting the reality that you want in your life. So this is the year when all the manifestation work that you have done, all the imagination and the work and the efforts that you put into your intuition and creating the reality that you want is going to come into fruition. I'm also seeing your third eye getting unblocked. So in the past, maybe it was very difficult for you to discern who was the right person to be on your team, who was not the right person to be your friend, who's the right person that you know that is there for you and you are there for them. And you have discovered these things in the past year where certain people left you because of certain levels of superficiality and things like that. But this year is all about you transforming and calling back your power, calling back your authenticity, not dumbing down for other people, not dumbing yourself down to make other people feel more comfortable with you, but you taking that time to work on yourself, work on your stability, on your roots, healing all those traumas that are bothering you from not just this life but also past lives. Healing those things, correcting those imbalances from all your past lives. This is a major year for you, pile 1, where your intuition is on point this year. So whatever you intuitively feel, like there's this gut feeling that you have about people, about situations, you need to listen to that gut feeling, because that gut feeling is going to take you to the next level this year. That intuition, which is a soft voice, it is not a voice that pressures you, it is not a voice of urgency, it is a voice that is patient, that is kind within you, that speaks up at times when you know that you don't know what's going to happen next, but there's that voice that asks you to trust itself. This voice is going to be extremely strong this year for you guys. Pile 1, right? I'm definitely seeing that. Like your spiritual abilities, your psychic faculties are enhancing to another level here. Okay? That is definitely what I'm seeing here. Because in the past, I feel like you gave too much of yourself. You did too much for other people. And that created a sense of depletion in your own energy, to the point that you were completely scattered. Whatever other people wanted, you wanted to help them in achieving that. You always were the motivating force in your family, in your friend groups, in whatever it is that you touched. You always made sure that people left you with a state of wholeness, a sense of fulfillment by meeting with you. You always brought that positive light in people's lives. But I feel like last year you saw, people not valuing you enough, not giving you that same reciprocal energy that you need at times when you are feeling down, you're feeling low on yourself, right? So this made you decide that you need to mature up. With the Saturn card, it taught you to be mature, it taught you to level up in terms of your wisdom, learning from these painful lessons of imbalance on how to balance yourself, healing those parts of yourself that could easily get affected by other people's way of looking at you, other people's way of critiquing you, judging you, leaving you behind, making you feel as if you are the black sheep, or you're not wanted, you're not needed. All of these energies are being healed, right? Because Saturn and Chiron are here. Just had a sip of water. But yeah, Saturn is teaching you the wisdom to move forward from these lessons with a lot of discipline. Having discipline in your life will be key this year, because through discipline you will be able to manifest through your intuition. This is also the year where you combine your intuition with your logic, your intuition with your scientific mind, and you create changes in your life which are slow and steady, but they are progressive, changes which are progressive, which are healing you, which are providing wisdom to your life and to you for the future, right? Preparing you for the future. You're going to be very, very ambitious this year, pile 1. Like whatever goals, whatever mindset you have, that mindset is going to help change you, transform you, and make you realize that you don't have to be the only one that is giving. You don't have to be the only one that is sacrificing for others. Others can take up their own share of negativity and not rely on you to transmute them every time for them, right? Because you have your own healing to do. You have your own ancestral karma that you need to heal from, right? There's a personal development that you need to focus on your own life, on your own inherited issues from your ancestors, from your family. There could be certain self-doubt that you are eradicating this year, where you're working on your motivation, you're working on your confidence levels, you are sharpening your solar plexus chakra to the point where you feel confident, you feel secure within your skin, within your body, right? Where any kind of shame cannot touch you anymore. Anybody that tries to make you feel shame or guilty about who you are, and you being sensitive to that, you might have been really sensitive to these things in the past, but this year it's like you are building an armor of God, literally, is what I'm hearing. You're building an armor of God because your third eye is awakening, your solar plexus is booming. These two chakras are highlighted for this whole year. where you can see through people, where you can easily get, when somebody's trying to manipulate you, somebody's trying to put you down, get one up on you. It's very easy for you to understand this because of the wisdom of Saturn, and the painful experiences that you have had with people closest to you, as well as people who don't want the best for you, right? And a lot of healing powers are activating through that this year, right? So let me just read this from the book here for exchanging gifts, which is 27, right? So here it says that be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it, and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you have always desired, but no, you will have to walk away from, or even fail at it, because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Right? We spoke about yin and yang in reverse, which is that 2022 was a year of imbalance for you. And here it says, even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life, where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. This time, the time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Oh my God, guys, what was I telling you? That because of you being the giver, there was a sense of codependency that you had developed, which was taking your life completely off balance in terms of what you wanted. What is your individual self wanting to manifest as your reality? But this year, your focus is completely on yourself. You start focusing on the lessons. You start focusing on the imbalance of codependency and not giving in to those urges anymore, right? Transforming yourself to a completely new version, which is not dependent but is independent, and which is focused on their own goals, their own ambitions, their own structure, discipline, long-term legacy, grounding yourself, being responsible for your life rather than, giving other people the responsibility for taking care of you, being responsible for you. You finally learning that you need to be responsible for your life. You need to be the person who takes this forward, in the most mature way. So this is a level of maturity that is developing, which is going to make you into the ultimate leader version of yourself. You're going to lead. You're not just going to be a follower. You're not just going to sit on the sidelines and wait for changes to happen so you can follow along. You're the person who's going to trailblaze and create the changes in your life so that you can improve your life for the better. You're not going to blame other people for anything. You're going to take accountability for every lesson that you had to go through, and you will heal them, so that this year transforms you completely and makes you into the strongest version of yourself, right? I do see you attracting a soulmate in your life through this. Through this transformation, you will meet another soulmate who is also on an equal journey just like you, who also went through a lot of imbalance, a lot of codependency in the past, right? But now they don't want to play any games anymore. They are also hunting and looking for their own soulmate, who they can grow with, who they can evolve with. And I feel like you are going to help them achieve that, just like they will help you achieve it, by having a proper balanced exchange, instead of them depending on you for finances, for emotional stability, versus you depending on them for emotional or financial stability. No dependence anymore, no codependence anymore. You taking the leadership and wanting to team up with another leader in terms of your partnership, in terms of your career, whatever it may be, right? And through this, there's a lot of healing that is going to occur in your life this year, right? So this is beautiful, my loves. Look at this. It says here, your soulmate will come into your life to challenge you and help you grow. It will be an undeniable connection. So this is the year when you meet your soulmate, okay? This could happen in the seasons, I can tell you, of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? This could happen in Aquarius season as well as Capricorn season as well, right? And Virgo season. Okay, so make sure you Google the seasons properly and you make a note of these seasons, as they are going to be important for you in 2023, my loves. Okay, so am I missing anything else here? Yes, you're attracting the life that you want. Vision board will be extremely important this year, so make sure you have your vision board intact, or you make a vision board and learn how to make one, because that is going to transform your life and you're going to see things manifest in front of you. And there are some things that you will have to sacrifice, and there are some things which you will take with you, and that is what you are learning this year. Who are you going to take with you into your abundance versus who do you have to sacrifice and leave behind for the betterment of the harvest that you are supposed to enjoy, right? Beautiful. So this is what I have for you, pile 1. This is how you're transforming. Let me know in the comments down below how you resonate with this message throughout the year. Also, you can save this video in your playlist so you can get back to it whenever you want some reference, some motivation on, how things are going to progress for you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below where I have my Linktree form. You can fill the form and you can get your reading as per that. Also, if you feel extra generous and would like to donate decks to my channel, you can check out the description box below with the Amazon wish list links as well as the donation links of PayPal, in case you feel extra generous to donate as well, my loves. Okay, so thank you so much, my loves. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments down below how you did. All right, peace. All right, so for my pile 2, for those of you who chose pile 2, this is going to be your reading for 2023. What are the changes that are coming into your life in 2023? All right, my loves. So let's dive into your reading. So the first card we have for you is Storm Warning. Okay, this is telling me that the past year for you, 2022, has been very, very stormy, my loves. Stormy in terms of there were times when you didn't know how you would move forward in life. There were times when you were going through a lot of chaos, a lot of moments of sadness, of grief, of loss, of a lot of painful circumstances that happened to you without you knowing that they are going to happen, or there were no warning signs before these things happened, but it was like a chaotic storm that took you over. This could be a relationship which got very chaotic, very stormy. This could be a situation within your work where there were just obstacles upon obstacles, and you were not getting paid what you were worth. There's a lot of you feeling like you were depreciating in some way because of the amount of chaos that was happening in your life in 2022. I feel like it was very, very chaotic in that term, right? So I feel like this year is going to be more emotional balance in terms of that. Pile 2, I feel like you're finally recognizing that you have learned a lot from the past year, but there's a sense of emotional maturity in terms of how you look at life now versus how you looked at life then. There's a sense of you wanting to focus on love finally. Maybe in the past there was a lot of chaotic situations in terms of you being there for other people, but other people kind of creating chaos and creating issues in your life, be it your family members, your co-workers, be it your lover, creating problems in your life. But this year it's all about you regaining that emotional control, that control back over your heart, because it's like people thought that they could just pull your strings and you would easily get manipulated by whatever agenda they had going on for you in your life. But you're finally realizing that you need to commit to your heart, you need to commit to what you want in life, right? So there's a sense of you regaining control of your heart. You're not letting the society tame the narrative about what you are supposed to do, who you are supposed to be. You are learning these things by what your heart is guiding you towards, what your intuition is guiding you towards this year. right? So it's all about you taking the chaotic situations of your past and making sure that you learn from them so that you can open your heart to new experiences in this year, right? You're going to commit to healing your heart. You're going to commit to being there for people when people are there for you. Like, there's an equal exchange of energy that you want in this year, and this year you are going to get it. There could have been a lack growing up that you saw among your parents, where there was either a lack of commitment, a lack of following through with their promises, or a lack of even following through of your lovers with their promises in the past, where they portrayed that they really loved you, but they failed in terms of actually being there for you when you were going through those difficult, tumultuous times, and you understood the meaning of commitment, and what it means to stay committed to a particular goal, to a particular person. And this is something that you are going to work upon in this year, where you are going to commit to yourself fully, because you realize that if you expect commitment from somebody else, that you are trying to change and control them, because you have experienced a lack of that in your childhood. So you're trying to control another person to be committed to you, right? And this year you are going to work on being more flexible in terms of your commitment. Like, you don't want to set rules and set everything in stone to the point that you are not mutable enough, to be flexible enough to adjust according to how the situations present themselves. Because in the past, these storms that happened in your life, they kind of changed your rigid behavior, and they have made you more flexible to go through this year with that level of commitment towards yourself, where you do the work, you do the inner work of committing to yourself, to your own goals, to your own life, being the main character in your life, right? And gaining control over your heart rather than letting other people destroy it, stomp it. You are on the mission to build the strongest heart this year. That's what I'm hearing, literally. You have a commitment to build a strong heart for yourself. And I'm so sorry about that. There could have been a lack of love in your childhood when you didn't receive the love that you were supposed to by your caregivers. So you want this love from other people, to the point at times that you can be overgiving, or you can be overextensive in terms of what you provide, right? But this year it's all about working on that lack consciousness that you had developed because of certain things that happened in your past, and committing to healing those things, because these traumas have made you feel very isolated. They have made you feel very lonely, as if you couldn't share these things with others. But those trauma cycles are now completing themselves, where you could not deal with your feelings. You felt that every time you dealt with your feelings, that you could not handle them, or you felt chaotic in them, or you felt off balance because you don't know a healthy threshold of expressing your emotions. This year you are rebalancing your emotional world in a way where if in the past you used to love too hard, now you are going to do it in balance, do it in moderation in a way, right? If you were extremely empathetic, this year you are turning it down a notch. You're balancing it out with more healthy boundaries towards people, so that you can commit to others as well as yourself. Because I feel like you could also lose yourself in relationships, or you could lose yourself in people, in situations that actually become toxic. Eventually it becomes very stagnant. The relationships get stagnant to the point that then chaos starts occurring, and the divine tries to separate you from whatever that attachment is, and it becomes so chaotic for you to let go. So spirit is asking you to now focus on what it is that you feel is lacking in your life, which makes you at times control the narrative in other people's lives, and to release that. This year you're going to commit to yourself to build that strong heart, and to also work on any kind of lack mentality that you have in terms of I don't deserve love, I don't deserve to have so many feelings, and I don't deserve to be vulnerable. Because of a lack of love, it's like you hold your heart back from experiencing what it really wants to experience, which is love, which is a sense of belonging in a community, a sense of wanting to have that equal reciprocal relationships with others, you know. So with the Gemini card, you could be a Gemini yourself, you could be a Cancer, you could definitely be a Capricorn. I'm definitely getting that. Also a Leo card is here, okay. Pisces, Scorpio is also here, all right. So I'm also seeing you meet a best friend, or meet a business partner, or meet a soulmate, somebody that is going to mirror to you all your bad habits or your consciousness of lack, right. This person is going to mirror to you certain things so that you can look at your shadows and heal them this year. So this year is all about you seeing the parts of yourself that you don't like in yourself reflected in another person who is going to be very, very important, and they are going to play a key role in you understanding the mirror effect, right. With the Gemini and the mirror effect, it's like they are going to mirror to you all the negative qualities that you have, so you can bring them to the light, to the surface, and heal them. You can transmute them, you know. There could be times when you completely shut your emotions down and completely detach from other people, to the point that, you know, at times it gets extreme, and Spirit wants you to work that balance where you need somebody with you. You can't just do every type of, you know, evolution work or transformation on yourself by yourself. You need other people to reflect back to you what it is that you need to work upon as well. You know, that is why we as human beings are social creatures as well. We are not just people who are meant to go in our hermit caves and, you know, just be alone. Of course there are people who do that, there are monks who do that, but they have a whole different mission altogether, right. They have a completely different mission. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be a monk, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean, right? Like, you are a part of society, you choose to be a part of society. So the reason that you choose to be a part of society is because you have a different mission than others, right? So I feel like this year is going to be mirroring to you all the negative qualities within yourself. This could be regarding any form of lack mentality that you have in terms of your finances, in terms of your feelings, in terms of you feeling isolated from other people, not being able to relate to other people, and you taking that energy and opening up to people with your heart this year. This year is all about heart work, doing things with your heart, following your emotions, you know, not being afraid to follow your emotions, even though they lead to sometimes some chaotic situations. It's like now you have a better handle on it from the past year and how chaotic it has been for you. So the chaos happened then because you were resisting these changes. But now, this year, you're going to flow with these changes. You see how the storm warning has a lot of like chaotic waters, and then beneath that we have the 𝗂𝗏, which is such a calm waterbed, right? Like you see the calmness of water there. So I feel like you will finally be calmer in your emotions. You will be calm in your demeanor, in handling any kind of information or any kind of situation that is thrown at you, and handle it beautifully in a way where if there are people who are challenging your beliefs, if there are people who are trying to put you down in some way, or trying to take away your sense of power, your sense of authority in what you want in your life, you're going to stand up and commit to yourself, commit to your heart, and stand up for yourself, defend yourself in those situations where you need that protection, you know, from other people who are trying to put you down, or, you know, make you feel like you are something that you're not, you know, ganging up on you and accusing you of things. Whatever happens, these things are going to happen this year so that you can stand up for yourself, so that you can be strong in your heart and commit to your heart to take its side whenever necessary, right? And to be strong in your feelings, strong yet calm in your feelings. That's the combination I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing you get serious in terms of your love. So I do see you attracting a partner that is going to share some negative traits with you so that you can heal. And with that healing will occur a new kind of partnership that you will form, which will not be transitional. You know, with the transitional love in reverse, you're going to attract a relationship that is going to be a long-term partnership for you. But for that, this year is going to be a preparation for that. This year is going to be a preparation for you to attract the right partner for you, and for you to do that, this year is about emotionally building that strong boundary with people, while also having your own authenticity, speaking your truth, and not holding back whatever you feel in that moment, because you want to avoid some kind of a storm, or you want to avoid other people feeling uncomfortable in your energy. You're not going to dim yourself for others. You're going to stand up for what is right. You're going to speak up about your feelings. If you feel low, you're going to be honest about it. If you feel good, you're going to be honest about it. Like, that's what I'm seeing for you. That's the commitment that you have towards your feelings this year, right? There could be a lot of communication this year. Okay, so you could be working in communication, you could be working through social media, online outlets. You're going to be very curious to learn new subjects or new languages. There could be a sense of versatility to you, where you will be flexible enough to deal with life's challenges in a more unique and a more flexible and a more perceptive way. You're going to go into the details of things. It'll be easy for you to point out certain flaws in a particular system so you can upgrade them. That could be including your own self, your own heart as well. There's a sense of you being connected to other people, so you will want to connect to new people. Other people will want to connect with you this year. There's a sense of you speaking up about different subjects, or being vocal about your needs and wants. This year, you're not going to hold back on those things. You are going to want to adapt to situations, but you will also want people to adapt to your thoughts and your points of views on things, right? Which is why you're going to be thoroughly investigating whatever it is that you do before you present it in front of public, or however it is that you present your content, right? But there's a sense of brilliance that is going to shine through you. There's a brilliant light coming through from within you, because you're working on your heart, and heart is like the portal that unlocks everything in your life, right? So you're working on the source, you're working on the core of yourself, and healing this lack mentality completely and once and for all this year. Right? Any kind of superficiality you will be able to see through this year. You could be very, very studious. You could buy a new mobile phone is also what I'm hearing. So you could upgrade your smartphone, or there will be certain updates in technology this year which you will be a part of in some way. There could be a sense of restlessness to you this year, and also a sense of frigidity. And also fidgety energy is what I'm hearing, okay? So you're going to be very restless this year in terms of getting your life back on track, getting your life in the right order, right? So let me read this card for you a little bit here. It says here, isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do in this year. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life, right? So like I told you, with the storm warning here, there's a lot of chaotic waters that you were sailing through in the past year. But this year, it's all about bringing that calmness back into your life, bringing that flow, allowing faith to guide you, allowing trust to guide you. And those are qualities of the heart, right? If you don't trust others, that is a blockage in your heart. If you don't flow within situations, you're blocking your heart, right? So this is the year where you work on your heart chakra, right? And that is going to unlock all forms of abundance in terms of your financial commitments, in terms of your emotional commitments, right? Relationship message here, it says, there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads, right? So with the Gemini card, with the twins and the mirror effect, this is about your combined goals, your combined life purposes. This is the year when you meet somebody who is following the same life purpose as you, not like exactly the same, but a similar life purpose to you, which makes you attracted to one another in that way. But this is the year where you're first working on your heart to improve the sense of openness, the sense of trust, flow, and vulnerability to one another, right? And that's when the next year, after this, the next year, it will help you in establishing a strong foundation with this person, right? So the relationship message is also about going with the flow and understanding the combined goals and desires to steer this relationship forward, right? Without that, this ship will sink, literally. So it's completely up to you how you steer the ship, right? With the 𝗵𝘃𝗲, we have the ship here with the girl looking, lonely, as if she's like stranded. But you're going to enjoy this time because you're going to realize when to give time to another versus when to take time for yourself. And there's a clear boundary that is placed so that, things are not crossed. Due to your own empathic nature, sometimes you could overdo and overgive, and that is what you're going to stop this year, right? So with prosperity message, we have everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money, right? That's what we were talking about, the consciousness of lack, right? Where you feel like you don't have enough, you can't do enough. And it's interesting how there's a heart imagery on the consciousness of lack card as well as the man holding the heart, right? So I feel like with the blockage in your heart due to all the difficulties that you've been through in the past, and however people cheated you and lied to you and deceived you, it blocked your heart to the point where your abundance, your flow of money, everything kind of halted, it did not progress in the way that you have wanted it to. And Spirit is saying that this year it's all about you working on these core beliefs of lack so that you can address your beliefs and flow of abundance and money, right? Because the true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and your abilities, and most importantly, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one, right? With the mirror effect, we already saw that. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with higher consciousness. You can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. And I feel like you could be stepping into committing to your heart to serve other people as well this year. Like this year is all about you being flexible, adaptable, in order to know what the other person needs and providing them that need with all your heart. Like this is the exercise that you are going to start with, is what I believe. And this is going to grow you into this beautiful, abundant human being that you actually are, my loves, pile 2. Okay? So this is what I have for you, pile 2. This was such a beautiful reading. I'm really, really touched by it. Let me know in the comments down below how much you resonated with this, if you did or if you didn't. I would really appreciate that. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out the description box below, where there is information on how to fill the tarot booking form and book the reading with me personally. Or you can donate to my channel if you feel extra generous, because the PayPal link is also given there, as well as my Amazon wishlist links are given for US as well as India, in case you want to donate certain tarot decks or oracle decks to my channel. Alright, my loves, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much, and do let me know in the comments down below how you felt. Alright, and peace. Alright, my love, so for those of you who chose pile 3, what is coming up for you in the year 2023? Alright, what changes are coming in your life? The first thing I'm seeing for you guys is a lot of research. Okay, so this year is going to be a year where you are going to research a lot about the things that you are getting into, or the things you want to get into. You could be researching on certain interests that you have, which really, really stimulates your mind in some way. This is the year where you are going to dive into subjects very deeply, investigate them to the point where you get to the root of any situation, get to the root of the problem, and fix it from the root. This is how this year is going to flow for you in terms of your investigative capabilities. Like this year, it's like easily going to be visible to you about what plans you need to make, what steps you need to take in order to fulfill all your desires. This could be regarding you maybe planning a trip, yourself. Maybe in the past you have never planned a trip for yourself, but this year you could be taking like a solo trip to and to experience that. You need to make certain plans. You need to understand what could be the hidden necessities that could come up while you're traveling, and things like that. So packing the essentials, understanding what you need to carry, what you don't need to carry. This is not only in terms of traveling solo, but this is also about navigating any sort of situation where you feel like that you don't have any control over that situation, right? This year is going to teach you how to be methodical in terms of your planning, and through that planning, how to take steps in order to take action towards the plans that you create, which in turn gives you the benefits from that whole desire that you had, right? So this is about you manifesting things in your life by thinking them through, by planning them through, and getting into that goal-oriented mindset where you have to go through certain challenges in order to release all your fears is also what I'm picking up. So if there was anything that you were afraid of in the past year, maybe you wanted to take a risk in a particular business venture, maybe you wanted to start a side hustle, maybe you wanted to invest in cryptocurrency. There are certain risky ventures that you wanted to get into, but you didn't feel like it was the right time. This year I see you definitely investigating very deeply on these subjects that interest you, and opening the doors to within your mind towards these things by following it one step at a time. And through following it, you get to know the depth of that subject, and through that you then get to plan and take action towards making that a reality in your life, be it you studying a course, be it you watching documentaries, researching about a particular subject, whatever it may be. It's all boiling down to you and what you think is going to be beneficial for you. You are going to make those things a reality this year through your planning, through your action, and through also recognizing certain hidden motivations that other people have around changing your plans of action, changing the way you think about things. Like, it'll be very easily visible to you how people want you to change according to their plans, according to their actions. Maybe in the past you always went along with other people's plans, you went along with what society wants out of you, what people think about you, and how you're going to be perceived and what your image is going to be like, and you wasted a lot of thoughts in those things. And now you've realized that in order to be authentic to yourself this year, it's going to take a lot of planning, a lot of digging into yourself to understand what really makes you tick, what makes you motivated for life, what makes you hungry for knowledge. And those are the subjects that you are going to start basically getting deeper into, because it's like you have given a lot of your time and efforts and energy into other people's plans, into other people's wants and needs. And this year is a time of you focusing on yourself with the sun, right? It's all about focus on the self, on being the self, rather than trying to be something else or be someone else that you are not. And through that, you're developing a lot of confidence within how it is that you flow in life, because in the past maybe you were just going from one paycheck to another without thinking about the long-term ramifications of how much you actually don't enjoy what you're doing, and yet you're doing it. To now, cut to this year, like you're changing the narrative altogether. You're like getting deep into your interests, and you're researching, and you're taking your time. You're not rushing the process, but you're also wanting to explore certain things in a different way than you did before. And this is making you evolve into a version of yourself that is in itself very, very self-aware of itself. Like, you are embodying your own life force energy in some way this year. Right? This year, due to the kind of research you do, due to the kind of depths that you go within yourself, I feel like Spirit is going to open doors for you in terms of blessings that come into your life, in terms of financial blessings, in terms of relational blessings, relational harmony, because you will be taking risks. You will not be stuck in your comfort zone. You will want to delve deeper into your fears in order to eradicate them. So this year it's going to be about you facing all kinds of fears in your life. This is a very thrilling, exciting year. Okay, if you were scared of ghosts, spirits, you will start researching about spirits and ghosts and paranormal activities, and you will want to do it at the scariest hour because you want to get rid of those fears. This is just one example I'm giving you, but some of you could have like fear of height, fear of intimacy, fear of losing wealth, whatever it may be, right? You're going to work on these fears by taking action towards the plans that you make in order to heal that particular issue from the core of it, right? By understanding what are your own hidden motivations that are holding you back from living the best life that you possibly could, right? And you are letting other people like take a nap on you, is what I'm hearing with the time for a nap. It's like you are letting other people know that, listen, it's time for you guys to chill out. You don't have any say in my life, because I know you enjoyed this for such a long time when I gave you the authority to tell me what to do and be a way that I'm supposed to be. But this year I'm the sun, is what you're saying, pile 3. Like, this year I'm the sun. I'm focused on being myself, being original, being unique, being creative in my energy, flowing with a lot of spiritual energies within me, because there's a lot of creativity that is going to rise within you, right? And this will give birth to a lot of honor and people respecting you with a lot of honor. You could earn a certain distinction in whatever it is that you're doing. Any kind of childishness or ego tendencies that you have could be heightened this year, because you are working on your solar being, on yourself, on your personality, on your characteristics, right, that you show the world. So your sun sign will be very, very important. You could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo in your birth chart. You could also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your birth chart. Okay, but this is telling me that you're going to work on that confidence, on that solar plexus, and also on self-sufficiency, on not depending on other people for your answers. You're going to be your own leader. You're going to take lead in your life and and flow with difficulties in your life, rather than completely discarding spiritual knowledge. You are going to integrate your spiritual knowledge with your scientific mind, and you're going to take plans and actions towards those things in order to merge them, because that is going to bring you some research that actually has not been tapped into before, because everyone who believes in the scientists does not actually believe in spirituality, and that is where the whole world and the evolution of the world has been lacking. And I feel like you are bridging the gap this year between these two subjects, and you're focusing on like both the aspects. Like, also with the time for a nap, I'm getting like studying about the dreams, like the dream world, because we have the door to spirit here and time for a nap. So I feel like there's a lot of prophetic dreams that you're going to get this year, dreams that are going to show you your own personal spiritual gifts, divine gifts given to you by the sun, is what I'm hearing. But also the moon, with the moon and the sun here. That's so interesting, my loves. I see the moon and the sun here. So this is talking about you merging the emotional and the logical, the practical and the creative. Like, there's going to be a lot of mixtures of elements that are opposing each other in order to create this alchemical magic that you are about to create this in this year. I feel like your keywords for this year is like, you are alchemical magic. You are producing alchemical magic by studying deeper aspects of yourself, deeper layers of yourself, to understand the hidden motivations behind why people do what they do, or why a certain situation had to be that way, and how can it be rectified, and finding solutions to like common dilemmas, not just for other people but also for you personally, so that it can ripple out into other things, right? So this year is going to be extremely restful for you as well. In terms of growth, I do see you attracting the right kind of people in your life who flow with your being, who don't stop you from being who you are, but who revel in the shine of what you bring to the table, and appreciate you and respect you for the kind of change and evolution that you bring in their life through your own research, through your own ability to dig deep. I feel like you will be respected and admired for these qualities this year that you have. And I also see that in your love life there will be a lot of flow that happens this year, where you will attract a partner in your life who is going to be very serious about you. This person does not like to play games, and they are just like you, is what I'm hearing, because you don't like to play games. You easily figure out hidden motivations of people. So anybody who tries to have like any hidden motivations this year from you, I mean, good luck to them. Pile 3. Good luck to people having hidden motivations in front of you, because spirit is on your side. And your research is so skin deep and so spirit deep into yourself that it's going to penetrate through any kind of facades that people are trying to portray in front of you, right? And you will also gain a lot of experience through traveling. You will need your passport this year for a lot of traveling, is what I'm seeing. And I do see you attracting somebody through traveling in your life as well. Okay, now if you already are in a relationship, I do feel that relationship becoming stronger, especially because you've been through a lot with each other in the past, and I feel like this is a new version of you that is ready to take responsibility for your own plans and actions, rather than depending or co-depending on another person for what you need and what you require. It's like you stepping into your personal power and allowing your partner to do the same, and not to waste each other's time by playing games, but rather investing in one another so that we can grow and develop into the best version of ourselves, right? So this is not a time to play around. This is not a time for superficiality. It is a time to truly step into your authentic goals about who you want to be in the world, and not because of what other people want to see you as, but because of your own hidden interests that were never visible to you before, but this year they are going to be very, very easily visible to you, that these are your interests, these are your hidden motivations, these are your goals, and you're going to work upon them one step at a time, which will transform you into your authentic being that you are, with the sun here and with the flow card here beside it, right? You're going to flow with your being. Like it's just going to be a beautiful year for you to conquer those challenges, conquer certain mountains in terms of your self-expression, in terms of your creativity, in terms of you having that courage to move through any obstacle without, feeling like you're going through difficulty and things like that. You'll easily pass through certain challenges in your life which you couldn't before. Okay, and that's because of your deep processing, right? So let me read this card for you. Time for a nap, 24. All right, time for a nap. Rest, rejuvenation and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists and your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent of any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now, right? So there's a lot of spiritual powers awakening within you while you sleep. I told you will have prophetic dreams, or you will be able to get certain brilliant flashes of insight when you're resting, because you could be a person that believes in doing a lot more than being. So spirit is advising you this year to let the information flow to you. The sun itself is just being, and it is giving off so much light to others, right? So you have to just be in order to have this light bulb moment in your life where you shine like the sun, right? Like you just have to be. You don't have to do too much to achieve this year. It's all about how you plan things and how you set things into this automation within itself. Okay, something about automation is also coming up regarding AI and things like that. So maybe you are researching that, or you're interested in that as well. Okay, but yeah, there's something about merging science and spirituality that you're going to achieve this year. okay? Some kind of a breakthrough, an invention. It could be an invention as well, right? So yes, let ideas flow through you this year, right? And regarding your relationship message, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you are not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you are involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So I feel like in the past you have done a lot of actions, like you always do things before you maybe thought of them, or you always went ahead and took action towards things before actually planning things out, before actually letting spirit flow through you so you can be in the process of you learning, be in the process of you providing, be in the process of you giving, whatever it may be, right? It was difficult for you to maintain that balance between being as well as doing. It was like maybe you were constantly doing and always being there and taking action, but you never gave yourself enough rest, enough time to kind of take a step back from your plan and action, right? So this year you're learning the balance between taking that planning to the next level by taking action, but also learning how to take a rest from that, like taking a break, taking a pause from constantly reflecting on goals, constantly doing things, constantly overthinking things, and letting spirit do its job by flowing through you and giving you the ideas that you require for your breakthrough this year, right? So you're going to learn a different way of life this year, and it's all about you balancing the action taking, the planning, as well as the resting, because all three are important. And this is the trinity that you're going to be working on this year, right? This is you balancing these three parts of your life beautifully, okay? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of patience that is required for you to renew these things in your life. And withdrawing from action of any kind, be it in your love life or in your career, will help you in attracting more abundance, attracting more decisions that are of your highest good, okay? Also regarding your prosperity, this is a great year to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to take a step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest, right? Because when you rest, you get a lot of new ideas that are not thought of before. These ideas come when you are in a state of being, when you are in a state of flow and rest. And resting is equally important as much as planning and doing and taking action. And the importance of rest will be made clear to you this year, where you take a break maybe from the kind of work that you've been doing, the kind of goals that you've been setting for yourself, and you just plan a holiday for yourself, like I said, right? Initially, where I said that you will need your passport because you're traveling and you're doing things that you haven't done before. You want to explore parts of yourself that you haven't before, and you will grow bored of how you continue doing things in the past versus now how you want to do things, okay? There'll be a huge difference, and this is going to build your character into also balancing the being and the doing, right? The rest and the action, okay? This is what the year is all about, and how you make it flow with the triangle and the trine card showing that triangle, right? This is beautiful, my loves. So this is what I have for you. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, check out the Linktree link below, where I have the tarot booking form ready for you guys. Also, if you would like to donate to this channel in terms of gifting tarot decks through Amazon wishlist or donating through PayPal, both the links are given in the description box as well, my loves. Okay, so let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, my loves, and peace.